Now, as you can see, I'm here in the shop. I wanted to do something sort of different instead of just kind of walking around the shop showing you what you've already seen before numerous times. I'm doing this because, as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, I'm sitting on my VFR seat on the ladder. Anyways, I wanted to kind of make this video like this to express what I want to do project-wise for basically everything going down the line. So we're going to start with the VFRs. I bought this VFR as my first motorcycle because it spoke to me. You know, it just kind of felt like the right one. And that's what I've been doing kind of since. But then I had this idea to take this one and duplicate it and then have them both be show bikes. So that's what I'm going to do with these. So they're going to get race fairings and they're going to get a new paint job and like a partial wrap sort of thing, custom wrap. And then they're going to be just show bikes, so they're not going to really be ridden anymore. So that's what we're doing with that. That's what I'm doing with the VFRs, but I don't really have the space to hold them right now. Obviously, they're in here for now because I don't have anywhere else to put them. That's why they're here, right? And I mentioned in previous mechanic update that I wanted to build a loft. So I'm going to do that. I just need to get the lumber and the supplies to do so. So behind me, literally where I'm sitting, is going to be where the loft is. So it's going to be above this line of metal, this reinforced metal here. And before I do that, I'm going to insulate the truck. So I'm going to remove some of the wood paneling and install some insulation sheets behind them, and then put the wood back. And then after, I'm going to build a sort of bed frame on support beams, you know, run to the walls, like sort of a bunk bed or a loft bed if you've ever seen one. But that's what that's going to be. And then I'm going to have like a single or a double bed up there or something. I don't know yet, but that's what I'm going to do there. After I found a place for these are going to be out of here. I've been tossing around the sort of floor plans I want to do when it's just these two bikes back there and where I'm going to put them, you know, because I thought about, you know, like the ground over here, the BMW over here, you know, I thought about putting them backwards and whatnot. And, you know, I've tried the thought of like maybe putting the BMW here and then the ground just behind it, which would work. I think ultimate plan is going to be that one, because either that, the BMW here and the Grom here where I'm sitting, and then there will be a hatch still because I'm going to open that back up. And then I'm going to have, obviously I need storage and organizers for parts and tools and things like that. So I need a tool chest that I can put somewhere, so it'll ideally be on this side, considering I had the shelf over here anyways. So I was going to do that, and considering I have basically everything stored on this side. Next, I was talking about powering the truck, like sort of living out it like a van life type of thing. First, I decided to buy a power station. They're very expensive. It's no surprise. The one that I did buy wasn't enough, not nearly enough power, right? And then I ended up getting it wet, and it was cooked. After that, I decided, why not just build my own? So it's not very hard to build one. So we're going to use just a bunch of maybe car batteries or RV deep cycle batteries. We'll see. But I'm going to build one. I have these sketches drawn out for how it's meant to be built. Because one thing that I like to do when it comes to ideas that I have in my mind, I like to draw them out. So I'll have an idea and I'll think it through a lot until I have a solid plan or a couple of ideas, and I'll draw them out in my notebook. So I'll put a picture of what I have for each idea. So this power station, I know exactly what I need for it and what I'm going to do to build it. So there's going to be solar, and then there's going to be AC charging as well. And then after that, I wanted to sort of install a pressure washer system under the truck, if that makes sense. So the idea is to get a water storage container and put a submersible water pump in it, sort of mount that up under the truck on this side, because this side doesn't have anything on it, it's clear. And then I'm going to feed that hose to a pressure washer, a gas-powered pressure washer, not electric, because I prefer the reliability of a gas one. So I'm going to use a gas pressure washer. I'm going to probably have to fabricate or weld sort of my own mount up to the bottom of the truck, and then it's just going to sit there, kind of like that. And I want it to sit on rails in which I could pull it out and service it if need be, which it'll probably come to that, so we're gonna have to build that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the water basin, although I think I'm just gonna strap it up underneath so it's not really as, so it doesn't move. Basically, I'm gonna have that basically hooked up under the truck, and I can use it anytime, when I need to wash the bikes or need to wash the truck or something, so that way I don't have to worry about going anywhere or paying anything other than for gas. And I would just fill up the water tank with a garden hose or something rather. But yes, that's my ideas so far. Now, the project I was telling you about for the BMW, the partial wrap and color change, I haven't told you really anything specific about it, and that's for a reason. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to keep it under the cover. So when it's done, there's a big reveal, and it's going to be, I'll make it a time lapse, and then you'll have the full start to finish complete video as well. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Don't worry about the BMW for now. I know what I've been doing. What I did with the Grom was I did it part by part kind of thing. Well, no, I did I did it kind of all in one, but I'm going to keep it under covers until it's fully complete, and then I'll do the big reveal. And then I'll show you the process, basically, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's about it. My toes are just freezing. It's minus 10 degrees right now, and it's just a lot of snow. I don't know if you can tell, but I can't see right now. I can't see anything. I'm just so fogged up. But yeah, I want to be able to live out of this and, as I said, go to events in it and participate, whether it's stunt stuff or just showing off these, and even that, because that's going to be really nice too. I'm excited for what this year will bring. One thing I want y'all to know is I don't have a job. I don't work. I use what sort of spare money that I do get, very frivolous, very sparingly. I was going to say frivolous. Very sparingly, because I don't want to basically throw away anything that I might need. So I use what I come across, what I have with me already. That's why a lot of things are going to take longer than they are, because it's been a lot harder to find work this year specifically. I wanted to be, self-sufficient, making the repairs on my bikes and the work all myself. I wanted to be able to be that mechanic that people kind of go to when they want things done, but they want something specific too. What my goal is to be a custom motorcycle shop, but mainly for sport bikes, because I prefer sport bikes more than anything. Sport touring even. I I love this one so much. It holds a very close place in my heart because of how long I've had it and just the things I've gone through with it. I've gone across the country in it, or with it, I should say. And it's been a long journey. I don't think I'll ever sell it because, well, unless once they're done being show bikes, say somebody wants to buy it and they put an offer down, yeah, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. But I don't think I'll get rid of it anytime soon. I love it too much. I love all my bikes. And people, I want to say normal riders, they kind of buy one bike. It's kind of what my dad does. Take one bike and then you trade it basically for another one. I can't bring myself to do that. And it's not a desire of material things. It's more of, this is my passion. This is what I love. So I don't want to really get rid of them unless there's a purpose for it. My philosophy is that each bike has a different purpose. And if I get rid of that, I won't have it anymore. That purpose-driven, machine. This one, I use for long hauls per se, longer rides. That one I use to squid around and just rip, you know what I mean? This one I use for stunting and, just doing all that shit. Every bike that I will own has a purpose. Each one has a different purpose in what it's supposed to do and what I want it to do. So I don't think I'll really be getting rid of them. And it's a constant thing where people tell you can only ride one at a time. Why would you have more than one? Well, because maybe I want to ride this one day, or want to ride that one a different day. You know what I mean? To me, it doesn't make sense. I just I like having numerous ones because they all have different purposes. It is very cold. I can't wait to get this thing insulated and heated and actually be able to just close the door and not have to worry about this cold anymore. Winter sucks here in Canada. Shit. You look at Jixer, bruh, and people who live in California and Texas, and they're like, oh yeah, this is great. Never have to see snow ever. It's unfortunate because Brian lives in Chicago and they get snow, so he goes to other states to make his videos. I think that's funny. There's just nowhere in Canada, as far as I'm concerned, that you can escape the snow. There's nowhere. That's my project idea. So I'm gonna put up a sort of poster board, a cork board and whiteboard to list off what each thing needs, so each project that's in progress, and then my project sheets and whatnot, and what I plan to do, and what needs to be done, and what's finished. We'll check them off, and we can go from there. So that way, we stay organized, and we stay on top of things, and we don't have to worry about anything. I'm excited. I am very excited. All of this started with just a bicycle. You know what I mean? This isn't my first one. The first one I had was stolen, unfortunately. I left it somewhere risky. It is what it is. But this one lasted me a very long time. Literally was my only mode of transportation. I don't think I'll ever sell this bike. I love it. I love it. I name my bikes too. I'm not gonna share the names because I think people might think it's cringe. I love them. I do. Like my own family. they really are. Yeah. But anyways, that's about it. Project wise, I think, for what I want to share with y'all. I wanted to get this lighted, so after I have the power station set up, I will install lights. I found basically my whole Amazon list I have organized for things I need that I'm going to put in the truck, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm gonna we'll leave this just sitting on the saddle. What am I doing? Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna leave this and put this back. I need to get these seats reupholstered because both of them are shit. Oh, I bonked my head. Fucking bike. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I think because it's freezing. I don't have anything to do. right now because it's so cold. So I'm gonna go home. I think my battery's dying. It's so dumb. It is AAA battery powered, and I haven't really used it like that. Anyways, I'm just complaining. I'll just complain a bit. Also, if you're wondering about the helmet, this is my old helmet that I first got when I started riding. It's an ILM. I bought it off Amazon. Then I had a bunch of people telling me, "Oh, nice helmet," and then other people would be like, "That's not a good brand. If you go down, you're gonna get hurt or whatever." Bitch, at least I have a helmet. Come on, man. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. What am I saying? I gotta go. I'm freezing. I have nothing to do here. There's no projects to complete at the moment. Yeah. I'm gonna go home. It's cold. My toes are gonna fall off. Okay. Bye.